if you look back throughout history, what defines anybody but a peasant? The middle class is somewhat of a new concept. Sure, there were tradesmen and apprenticeships and things like that, but there was really just a peasantry and a nobility back in the day. That only started changing the past few hundred years. The reason why you want to own stocks and real estate is because you, through your own efforts, your own toil, can only produce so much. And basically, a lot of jobs that are currently out there are going to be replaced. Things that come to mind: farming, manual labor, any sort of manufacturing, and transportation being the newest potential job to be erased. When I say transportation, I mean people who drive trucks, who drive transportation vehicles. In the next 50 years, these are going to be replaced by autonomous vehicles or drones. Same thing, autonomous vehicles, whether they be land vehicles or air vehicles. So what you want to do is you want to be part of the businesses that will own these machines, or part of businesses that develop the technology for these machines. It's kind of ironic that you'll be investing in companies that will soon replace your own jobs, but it's crucial. If the government continues to be sort of this free market sort of semi-oligarchy economy, you will want to be part of those companies through having shares and work on skills that can't be easily replaced by machines. Being a real estate or stock speculator sounds very, let's just put it, not very helpful to the economy as a whole, but since jobs are going to be replaced by machines anyways, it isn't actually necessary for people in the future to actually produce anything of value. Um, it's kind of interesting, um, but it's going to be true. The only way that it's not going to be true is if we start moving out of Earth and start colonizing other planets. Um, Once we leave Earth, the amount of jobs is limitless. But while we're still on Earth, we already produce more food than mankind needs. Um, Machines can overtake manual labor in manufacturing. And as you can see in China, for example, yes, there is a lot of manual labor in manufacturing, but that's even switching over to machines there in China as their standard of living goes up. So once there's closer to wage equilibrium across the countries and there's more free trade, you will see that technology will replace humans in virtually everything out there, except for computers, software, um, and probably I don't even want to say delivery, um, because that is probably going away too. Um, so picking up land, owning land, real estate, and companies that will benefit from the uh, workforce revolution is important. That being said, this is barring any sort of cataclysmic event or wars that would put us back. Um, if you go back to World War II, what you'll find is a lot of new jobs were created because of the war effort. Um, and that really pushed a lot of people that would otherwise be in the lower classes into the middle class and gave them an opportunity to buy their own houses, which really created this large middle class in the United States. You want to make sure you can maintain your middle class status if you're already in that. My videos are catered to newer investors, not so much folks that have their own investment professionals doing their investment for them. But stocks and real estate is really a way Stocks, real estate, in conjunction with leverage, is a way to propel yourself from the lower class into the middle class. And throughout history, that's kind of been restricted to the nobility to own land. So the ability to own land here in the United States is one of the great ways to put yourself into the middle class. So yeah, this has been Adam with the highest return. Just going to just discussing a more philosophical thing with you guys. Um, it's going to happen. I mean, if you look back at the Luddites back in the Industrial Revolution, what they tried to do is destroy the machines because those literally stole the jobs from the people working in the factories, or craftsmen. And that's not going to work. It might work for a few years, but down the line, think about your job. Think if it can be automated, and prepare accordingly. If you still want to be working yourself, then try to learn something that cannot be replaced. A few things that come to mind are artwork. Um, Machine created art is not something that people probably would be interested in. At least not in the near future. Um, think about software. Think about computer engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, management information systems. Those are things that will definitely have jobs into the future. Um, Real estate agents, I think their time is slowly coming to an end, because of tools like Zillow and Redfin, and really the democratization of data in the real estate sphere makes it less. I guess you get less out of having a real estate agent, other than them helping prepare documents and sending it back and forth. Um, and I mean no offense to the real estate agents watching this video. Um, I would say get as much money as you can, save as much as you can, and consider investing in companies that do well in your sphere that you understand, that you know about. I know that Rocket Mortgage is publicly traded, and I think they're the most popular mortgage company in the United States. So if you're a real estate agent, maybe you could consider just forcefully saving some of your money every month and putting it into stocks like Rocket Mortgage. Let me think. If you are a truck driver, invest in Tesla. If you're a truck driver, invest in something like 5G, Skyworks. You know, if you're a farmer, so that it's farming is interesting. I mean, a lot of companies that do farming have been working in China, such as John Deere, and then their intellectual property was stolen. So I wouldn't necessarily invest in John Deere, but there's other companies like Tyson Foods, there's ConAgra, there's Lamb Weston, just a few that come to mind. That if you understand the business, understand the company, then I think you'd feel more comfortable putting money into that company. One of the things that I'm very wary about is people investing in companies they know absolutely nothing about. They might have read about them on a website that might have been generated by that company, but they know nothing about it. One of the examples that comes to mind is Nikola. So Nikola, electric car manufacturer, see some fancy videos. Most investors had no idea that Trevor Milton didn't design the trucks himself, didn't know that they didn't have any working models, and now they're getting killed because of it. financially. You're getting burned. So try to understand the companies more than just the publications that come out from those companies. You'll need to look at reviews of the products. If you don't have products yourself with these things, look at the reviews. Check how many employees this company has. Maybe go to Glassdoor, look at some employee reviews. Do your due diligence before you invest in companies. But what I'm saying is, if you think that you can solely rely on your own salary to basically have enough money to do okay in the foreseeable future, think again and consider your job carefully, whether it's up with the times. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video. If you have any, if you want to troll this video, just go to another page and troll someone else. But this has been Adam with the Highest Return, and just talking to you on Saturday. Last thing, I will never be showing you wads of cash. I'll never be showing you off bling, blah, 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 because I believe that sends the wrong message in order to get the highest return. I think you should consider every dollar that you have and every dollar you've made and put it into cash flowing investments. Of course, you can splurge once in a while, but not on idiotic things like a Porsche or something like that. Unless your residual income every month can buy you a Porsche, I wouldn't waste the money on that. Focus on gaining true financial freedom, which means true from all debts that you have now and all debts that you may have in the future. So think about that. Thank you.